Finding on Talk 99.5 and Talk995.com, 9:06 our time. 30th of April of 2026. We have got ourselves a bit of a rainy morning, but that's pretty much over with now. The next round of rain will probably not be here until tomorrow night. But that means it will have rained to some degree every day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, because it's raining into Saturday morning.
You know what this means?
No.
Next week, a lot of mowing because everything's green and it's going to start growing like crazy.
A lot of mowing. Going to be a lot of
mowing. Mowing.
Good bit of mowing. Not necessarily a bad thing. It'll also mean a lot of mosquitoes, unless, of course, you go to Mr. Bugs and get that mosquito reduction that I talk about all the time. Mr. Bugs, MRBUGGS.com. You can go find out more about them there, or you can call them at 844-MRBUGGS. That's their statewide 844 number. Will cost you nothing to make that call. Tell them that Richard Dixon said, mosquito reduction is the bomb.com, and they'll say, yeah, that sounds like him. Was he stuck in the 80s or something? That's great. But, yeah, they actually come out once a month, and they handle the mosquitoes for me. And you say, well, how exactly do they do that? If I knew, I could tell you. I don't really fully understand it. I know that they know, and that's what matters. And I know that I've had it now for 4 years, and I've yet to be bitten by a mosquito in my backyard in that time. That's pretty amazing. I've spent a lot of time outside. I'm spending more time outside this weekend, and I have yet to be attacked by skeeters in my own backyard. It's truly wonderful. You can have this experience as well, but you got to get Mr. Bugs on the line. Trust the guys in the pest control industry to make sure that your mosquitoes are under control. Mosquito reduction, termite bonding, pest control, small rodent control, it's all right there with Mr. Bugs, MRBUGGS.com or 844-MRBUGGS. Mr. Bugs, they know what bugs you. It's time for this guy.
It's Steve's turn.
I'll be honest, I didn't find out about David Alco until just recently, so I'll work something up for him tomorrow. I already had something planned anyway. And apparently, according to the NCAA, if a little is good, more is better. We'll see if we can answer that question definitively or not here in a moment. Think about it. When the BCS championship game came about and it got replaced by the 4-team playoff, it took very little time for people to begin to complain about needing more teams, so the NCAA upped it to 12, and well, people are still complaining we need more teams. So they're talking about going up to 16. This is going to be a trend. One that was actually foreshadowed, by the way, by the NCAA basketball tournament. And there was a time that the NCAA tournament was not as big as it is now. It used to be the back runner to the National Invitational Tournament, the NIT, but now that's switched. I'll tell you about that. And by the way, sorry to Auburn fans. We're happy they won this year's NIT, but really only makes them the 69th best basketball team in the NCAA. For the NCAA, the tournament began in 1939. Started off with a grand total of 8 teams. Yeah, think about that for a moment. Remained that way through 1950. It wasn't really related to the team's records either. Remember, the NIT was the bigger tournament, so they just had a tournament that kind of was a, consolation prize for these 8 teams, and it was based upon where they were located. They selected the teams by geography. Okay. In 1951, the field expanded out to 16 teams. Then they upped it to 22 in 1953, and somehow they went between a low of 22 and a high of 25 teams in a really odd situation that lasted until 1974. And that's when the NCAA tournament, according to most, kind of took the top spot over the NIT because the NCAA said, hey, we've got our name on this, so we're going to make a rule. And it was based upon something that Marquette University did. The rule said that a team could not turn down an invitation to the NCAA tournament in order to participate in another tournament that same year. Marquette had done that to the 1970 season. They went to the NIT and they won the whole thing. Again, NIT at that time was the more prestigious tournament. Then the NCAA became it. In order to assist becoming the bigger tournament, the NCAA expanded it out to 32 teams, equaling the NIT. 79, another expansion, this time to 40. Then up to 48 teams in 1981, and that didn't last long either. They went out to 64 in 1985. And then they decided they needed a little bit more, so they went to 65 in 2001, and they thought, hey, this play-in game thing actually worked out pretty good, so why don't we do more of that? So they did it again and went out to 68 teams. But the funny thing is before they did that, they actually talked about possibly expanding out from 64 or 65 to 128 teams in 2010. Later that year, they said 128 might be too much. How about 96? Okay, let's compromise. They went to 68. That started in the 2011 season. Well, it's been a while since the last expansion, 2011, obviously, so the NCAA is apparently getting antsy, and talks have begun about expanding out the NCAA tournament again. Both the men's and the women's, by the way. This time they're talking about 76 teams. Reports are that this has been in the works for about a year, and it appears that most, if not all, the I's are dotted and T's are crossed, and that the expansion probably will happen sooner rather than later, and maybe as soon as next season. So if they do this to the NCAA basketball tournament, how soon before they decide, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and do that with the football playoffs, and we'll just expand that out to at least 16, and then 2 days later everybody will complain needs to be 24 or 32, or I don't know, maybe we can go 64 in the NCAA football playoffs.
Good gracious.
When does it stop, people?
Yeah, there has to be a cutoff somewhere, right?
I mean, I get it. Auburn probably could have slid in and done very good in this year's NCAA tournament, but they had a rather middling record, and that's going to be the case here. If we start expanding this thing out much beyond what it is right now, we're going to start to see some teams with 500 records in a basketball season that are going to end up in the NCAA tournament.
Who is the lowest ranked NCAA tournament starter that ended up winning the whole thing? A number 5? A number 6?
I don't know. Let me look that up.
Was there a number 8 at one point? I mean, I find it hard to believe, but, what's the point of expanding the tournament if there's no chance for the lower-tiered teams to win?
Lowest seed to win the NCAA tournament was done in 1985 by Villanova. They were an 8 seed.
8, that's what I thought. Okay. 8, that's, it makes very little sense to have people well beyond that realm playing in a tournament just for the sake of playing in a tournament. There was a time, now that they've expanded the NHL, it doesn't work this way anymore, but back when they had weird names for their league, like the Campbell division,
Yeah.
and they just
I
had
remember that.
strange names instead of north, south, east, and west. They would play an entire season of NHL hockey to eliminate like 4 teams, and then the playoffs would take place. And you're like, what do we do? Why really 4 teams? We just did that so that we could find out which 4 teams suck the most. That's crazy. Now, of course, that it's much bigger. We eliminate far more than 4 teams by playing the entire season. But that's, we're not doing ourselves any favors by expanding these things. The teams, the 64, now I guess 68 teams that get in, should feel somewhat special that they got there. And when it expands to 79 and then 96 and
yeah.
whatever.
It's not special
No,
anymore.
everything
becomes
is
less special.
watered
Yeah.
down.
Well, you work hard all season long to get to that point.
Yeah.
And you want to be invited to participate in that tournament. And if you just open it up you just ask why. Why even bother?
Reminds me a little bit of when, I'm trying to remember who was president at the time. I want to say it was Bill Clinton. I could be wrong. But when they decided to give everybody in the Army a black beret. Black beret used to be Airborne Ranger stuff. My brother was an Airborne Ranger, and he was very proud of his black beret. And when they just went, well, let's give it to everybody. Like, what?
Not
Now you're
special.
just watering it down. Like, why would you do that?
No, it's
So-
you want to work to a level to achieve that.
The Airborne
And
Rangers
you
guys
do
went
that-
to a beige or a brown beret, a tan beret, which was the way it had been long ago. Just basically stuck a thumb in their eye and was like, well, we're still going to be special, so there. There's nothing you can do about it. But, yeah, I don't think we should even go to, beyond 16 teams in the NCAA football playoff. I think 16 is more than enough.
It's plenty.
And I don't think we should
agree.
go beyond 68. I think 68 is 4 too many when it comes to basketball. But strangely enough, no one's calling and asking me these questions. So
Well, but at least you can say that when it comes to the 64-team playoff, tournament, you can do that in 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks when you consider the play-in games.
Yeah.
That's nice and tidy. When we start expanding this thing out to a month and a half, you're going too long. You're like encroaching into NBA territory where the playoffs take forever.
Sure. Well, I mean, it's a little bit like, we used to actually have the national championship NCAA football game in early to mid-January, right?
I remember when it was on January 1st.
Right, yeah, and it's now finding its way into February
Yeah, it's getting
because we
close
have to
to
get these
February.
extra. So sad. How about this? How about I'm calling? I hope today. I got to make sure I have the time for it, but I want to call Cody over at DrivewayWashing.com have him come by and give me an estimate on the back of my house. I've got this lovely upper deck, and I want that to be completely clean. And then I've got this cobblestone walkway out back that, it gets, with the dirt and everything, it gets a little slick in the rain, and I want all that cleaned off. And then I want the back of the house, I want that to be clean because it's getting a little filthy back there. And once everything is, sparkling, put your eye out clean, then I'll be satisfied and happy, and I can even spend more time outside enjoying the great outdoors near my waterfall. But I got to have Cody come out and do that for me. He cleans decks, he cleans siding, he cleans cobblestone walkways, and he cleans, I should have him do my Trex deck as well while I've got him there, Look, it doesn't have to cost an arm and a leg. There are major companies out there that will charge you a lot of money for this. There's also that kid with the pressure washer in the back of his truck. Go hook up to your house, and I just want to use something, and then he does a crappy job, and there's no recourse. There's no one to call. There's no one to complain to. You don't want that guy. You want Cody at drivewaywashing.com, 9150646. Do I have that number right? I'm going to double check it because I want to make absolutely certain. Look at that. I'm good, huh? 9150646. Cody at drivewaywashing.com. You can text him at that number, or you can call him at that number, or you can just find him at drivewaywashing.com. But don't get in the way of my job, okay? Because I need him. I need him to come out and take care of me first, okay? All right, call him. Go ahead. 9150646, drivewaywashing.com. Are you happy, Josh? It's the only talk radio show I know where they request bumpers. They call in. The request
listen.
line is open now if you'd like to call in
This
and
is
request a
called
bumper.
Instant gratification for our listeners. You request a bumper and you get it played. I mean, who else does that? Come on.
This next bumper is a long-distance dedication. So wrong.
It is.
Did you know Willie Nelson is 93 today?
I knew he was up there, 90-something, but I didn't.
93 years old.
Still playing away a little bit.
Yeah.
With a little smoke, a little play.
You
A little smoke, a little play.
You get Willie Nelson in Family, and it means his family comes out and plays, and he comes out and does like 2 songs.
It's better than 0 songs.
I guess it's better than 0 songs, you know? I mean, but yeah, that's basically what you're getting right now is his son and some other members of his band, and then he comes out and does a couple numbers, and then it goes back and
that's it. That's all I got for tonight. Good night,
smoking
y'all.
some more. A man has pleaded guilty in the 2002 killing of Jam Master Jay from Run DMC. There have been a couple of other people who have been fingered in this thing, one of whom was released, one of whom was like, no, he didn't do it. But, yeah, it was pretty bad. The 2002 to 2026 before we finally get a heads up on this, and it turns out Jay Bryant pleaded guilty to a federal murder charge, telling a judge he helped other people get into the recording studio to ambush Jam Master Jay. I know a gun was going to be used, or I knew a gun was going to be used to shoot Jam Master Jay, Jason Mizell. Bryant told a federal magistrate, I knew that what I was doing was wrong and a crime. Now, he didn't pull the trigger, but he's going to jail for about 15 to 20 years for this.
We've seen a similar case here where the guy was going to be executed and it got stopped, but he didn't pull the trigger, but was very much a part of the crime.
Absolutely. Hate to hear this. One guy is still kind of on the hook for it, aside from Mr. Bryant. But this is really mystifying to me. That you make it to a certain point in your career, you're successful, your compatriots are successful. You're all doing very well, and you still have these ridiculous feuds where you're shooting each other. Like, what the hell is going on?
Makes no sense.
Once you've made it to a certain level, shouldn't you be putting the feuds behind you and saying, those are child things, those are things that young boys do?
The feud's behind you, and maybe get some new friends where you're not having to worry about pulling a weapon when you get into an argument.
Well, I feel fairly certain that these guys weren't friends of his. If they shot him, they probably weren't friends.
But, it doesn't make any sense because everyone, it's not just the person that you end up shooting and ending their life. You're literally changing your life and everyone around you, including the person that you shot. It's multi-layered when you make this decision. And that's the part they don't think about. They're just, I cannot fathom that we're to this place, that an argument leads to a weapon being pulled and shot.
That is, that's called being butthurt. That's being a wuss. That's being a complete and utter milquetoast. That you can't handle somebody dissing you. Somebody said something, and that's all it took for you to go like, well, now I have to shoot him. Really? You're kind of a sorry excuse for a human being at that point, if you think about it. If that's the very first thing that comes to mind is he said something bad about me, so he has to die now. Really? Gutless wonder. Veteran NASCAR driver Ryan Preece is a little ticked off about Stephen A. Smith's claim that NASCAR drivers aren't really athletes. He says, you know what? I would like to see him flip 13 times like I did in the 2025 Daytona. I'm sorry, 2023, I think. Is it 23 or 23? 23, yeah. Sorry, my glasses are really, I need to maybe take another look at this prescription. Oh, I know what it was. The prescription just ran out.
That would do it.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
I need to get it re-upped.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stephen A. Smith may be living with this comment for quite some time. And I mean race car drivers and others, golfers too. To say something like that, he really didn't think through it. But I can assure you that every race car driver that comes across Stephen A. Smith is going to go, hey, Stephen, let me tell you a little something. He's not going to live this one down.
No, he's not.
He's probably okay with it, though. He's always been a controversial guy. You know, that's
Sure.
been his sort of thing, saying controversial things.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a bunch of people who go, yeah, that's exactly right. And there's going to be a bunch of people who go, no, that's wrong. And they're all still going to tune in the next day, you know?
That's why people checked out Howard Stern, Grease Man,
Yep.
Don Imus, and all the other ones.
Paul Feinbaum, you name it.
Paul Feinbaum, yeah.
Texas Tech Red Raider quarterback Brendan Sorsby under NCAA investigation for making, get this, thousands of bets using a gambling app.
Oops.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
If they find him that he's actually done this, NCAA eligibility gone.
Gone.
over.
Yeah, it's over.
Sorsby has taken an indefinite leave from the Texas Tech football program to enter a treatment program, which sounds a little bit like he's guilty. Thousands of bets on a betting app. And, you know, if you're on a betting app, chances are good it's one of those FanDuel things. It's not, they don't call them that anymore. Like now it's it's called investing, which is how it's legal in all
Okay.
the states. They now call it investing in something. Well, I'm investing in such and so scoring this many touchdowns, or I'm investing in this
That's
guy
not
hitting.
investing.
No, it's not.
No.
No, but by calling it
gambling.
investing, they managed to pull an end around on the U.S. government and the Alabama government, and they get to do it in the state of Alabama. You know, the problem with that is, of course, he could feasibly bet on himself to not do certain things or to do certain things and then go out and make those things happen. A little bit like the guy that bet on Kalshi that I bet Maduro is going to be seized from power within the next 24 hours. How do you know that? I'm the one who's going to be doing it.
Ha ha.
He won several $100,000 off of that bet.
Sure did.
Huh. Funny how that works. All righty. 545-9950 if you'd like to chime in on anything. We got some food talk coming your way next. It's going to be the good kind. You don't want to miss out on this.
There's
Stick
a
around.
bad kind?
Of course there
Really?
is. Yeah. Back. Yes, it'd be another one of those songs that was a bit of a parody. Beck was just, he was freestyling in the studio to a backing track. Somebody said, "Hey, that's good. Keep going. Keep doing that. Let's lay down a cover of this. Let's make sure this gets." Sure enough, there it is.
And there you have the song.
I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you kill me? 937 Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Work Trucks is downtown at 2324 3rd Avenue South, also as close as your computer. Work Trucks with an X, LLC.com. They got that fabulous service center right across the street. They do everything in-house. Do you have any idea how odd it is that you could bring in a vehicle and say, needs a new transmission? They will drop your transmission, put a new one in, rebuild yours, whatever it is needs to be done, and they do it right there. Put a new motor in, not a problem. Do it all the time. Something as simple as changing your taillights, they can do that too. So basically the entire vehicle, stem to stern, top to bottom, they can handle it at Work Trucks in their service center. Work Trucks with an X, LLC.com to go take a look at the wide array of vehicles they have on the Work Trucks lot and make your best deal. They'll give you the number of miles on there. They'll give you the price, everything you need to know. It's all right there at Work Trucks with an X, LLC.com. Trade finance, get an extended warranty, and they'll outfit that vehicle the way you like. Ghirardelli is recalling some powdered drink mixes because of potential salmonella.
Yee.
I realized Ghirardelli had powdered drink mixes.
I did not know that either, but apparently they do. They've got some chocolate-flavored, perfectly premium frappe mix.
These look pretty good.
Wow.
They've got premium hot cocoa mix.
Mm-hmm.
And they have got sweet ground powder, chocolate, and cocoa, which I guess you could add to anything if you were so inclined.
Sounds tasty right up until the point where you include the salmonella.
And I don't need any of that.
Yeah, what happens is they've got some milk powder in there, and that is probably where the salmonella is coming from. So they need to get those things all brought back home.
I bet those aren't cheap. I bet those are pricey.
You think so?
Probably not.
Ghirardelli?
Yeah.
Look, there's a lot of stuff here. Chocolate-flavored frappe, classic white frappe, 2-pound premium hot cocoa pouch bulk, chocolate and cocoa sweet ground powder, white chocolate-flavored sweet ground powder. Basically, if you've
All
got
of
a
them.
drink mix
Yes,
from
with-
Ghirardelli, throw it away or bring it back. Do it today. You do not
That's a
want the
lot.
salmonella.
It looks like everything they make almost.
Yeah. Yikes. Review. Oh, Dunkin's Fresh Fruit Punch Donut is a total knockout.
Is what they're saying about
That's
it.
the claim.
Yeah.
If you like fruit punch, which I don't,
I'm not a fan either.
and you like donuts, which I don't, then I
You
think
don't like
the fruit,
donuts?
I told you.
How un-American.
No,
Why-
Dan, no, what do you mean no donuts?
Why do we keep talking about
in your
this? This is-
life?
do you like
What's the matter?
never listen?
Ah,
Are we
I
married?
thought that was a joke.
No,
You're not joking?
no.
You don't like donuts?
I've said this before. I'm not a fan of donuts. The amount of cholesterol and calories in them.
Wait a minute. Just stop right there.
Yeah.
We're not talking about that.
Yes, we
talking
are.
about the flavor. You don't like the flavor of donuts.
I can do that.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the show for today is over.
That's it. We're just hanging it up now. Good night, everybody.
I mean, I don't eat them very often because of what
Uh-huh.
you just started out to say, that
Yeah.
there's not a lot of nutritional value. And you and I are kind of, we have to be a little bit picky. But if somebody were to hand me a donut and say none of that is an issue, I would just go to town on some donuts. Like some hot Krispy Kreme? Come on. What is better?
I got
Nothing?
I got no love for hot Krispy Kreme. I don't know what it is. People love them. I'm just like, eh.
thought
I like
knew.
donuts, don't get me wrong, but to me, what you were talking about, Valerie,
Yes.
that's apple fritter for me.
Yeah, okay.
I will go to town on an apple fritter. Donuts?
Not so much.
Bear Claw. I'll do a Bear Claw.
Kalash.
Maybe a lemon Danish. Ooh, how about a
Lemon
cheese Danish?
Something with chocolate
Lemon
on
cheese
it.
Danish?
Yeah, ooh, lemon and cheese Danish. Now you're talking. Yeah. See, we're getting into my realm now.
Yeah, I saw that.
A fruit punch flavored donut, though.
I don't know.
Eh.
What are
Supposed
the
to
things
juice
on
up
the
your
out? There's like sprinkles or something on the outside of it, or
It
pieces
looks
of
like
something.
yeah, it looks like chunks of
like
your
maybe
favorite kind
white
of cookie
chocolate
or
or
your
okay.
speculoos cookie.
Excuse you.
Something like that.
Speculoos.
Speculoos.
Sounds like something a doctor would use.
Or yeah, we shouldn't eat it.
It's what is it? Biscoff.
Oh,
Biscoff
That's
cookies.
not Biscoff on there.
No,
You're
it
gonna
could
make
be.
me go and eat.
It could be.
Could be. You don't know.
Yeah.
You're only looking at it in a picture.
They look like crunchies.
They do.
Do you suppose they
Could
might?
be cereal.
Could
Is
be
it
yeah,
cereal?
it could be like
Pieces of cereal.
like fruity pebbles or something.
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. You can rush right out and grab them if you so desire. I have here 13 Costco desserts customers say are absolutely worth buying.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one of those was apparently the one that
Oh,
she mentioned
my
last hour.
gosh.
Mhm. Number one is the Tuxedo Chocolate Mousse Cake.
Had it. It's delicious.
It looks
It's
fantastic.
really good.
First off, I love chocolate mousse.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, I love eating while wearing a tuxedo, so I think this will be perfect.
Just make sure you don't get any on you.
Mm-hmm.
Dry cleaning bill's expensive.
I don't care. I'm sending it back. Number two, classic cheesecake, always good.
well,
Pretty good.
sure. You can't go wrong with a classic cheesecake.
Number three is the tiramisu cheesecake. Mmm.
That was the
Yes.
one you were talking about, right?
Had
Mm-hmm.
it day before yesterday, and
Okay.
it's out of this world.
Mmm.
I
'Cause the
imagine
bottom-
I imagine
the-
my wife would like that.
The pie is like a chocolate crust.
Gotcha.
So you got chocolate crust.
Mm-hmm.
You've got like Oreo based. You've got the center that's the cheesecake, and then the top has I don't know what, some frosting, and then
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like whipped cream or whatever on it.
Got a
And
little-
it's so good.
Got a little whipped cream and it looks like some chocolate powder.
That cake right there will serve about 12 people plus,
yeah.
depending upon how big you cut the slices.
Yum.
And it was like $22,
Mm.
which is to me pretty reasonable to feed that many people.
I'm good to go.
Yeah,
Butter cinnamon sugar loaf.
Never
I
heard
haven't
of it.
had that.
Mm. It's pretty crumble-licious.
Again, this is at Costco.
Apple pie at number 5. Chocolate chunk cookies at number 6.
The apple pie is good.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I love chocolate chunk cookies.
Haven't
Well,
had
yeah,
those.
there's nothing wrong with that.
Mocha Crunch Bar Cake at number 7.
Looks delicious.
Key lime pie at number 8. You ever had their key lime pie?
Yes, very good.
Okay. Carrot bar cake at number 9.
Haven't had that.
Number 10 is the raspberry-filled sugar cookies. We heard about this the other day. You bite into them, and there's like raspberry inside. It's a dirty little
Sounds tempting.
secret. You don't know that it's in there until you take that bite, and you're like, oh, something
tempting.
magical is happening here.
You know what they're missing is a picture of it on the packaging.
Yeah.
Because they look just like sugar cookies, and people will probably walk right
But
past them
that's
and
the
not
whole
buy 'em.
secret of the whole
Well, I
thing is to
know.
make sure that you
But-
didn't know until you bite into it.
Mm.
If they want to sell these though, put a little picture on it that shows like half the cookie broken, so you know what's in it.
Mm-hmm. All right,
Because
marketing,
people are
marketing
not. Well,
guru.
people aren't paying attention to what the pack. It's not.
She's the marketing
you know,
guru,
I'm
people.
just saying.
She knows.
Do you want to sell the cookies or not?
They're probably selling those cookies anyway.
When I picked up this MASHED article by Stacey Adams, no microwave, no problem, the best way to reheat food without one, I had visions. Big visions, great visions. Visions involving an iron, right? Visions involving a dryer. Just, I don't have an air fryer. I mean, I don't have a microwave. How do I heat up my food?
Dashboard of your car.
Yeah, really, that's what I was thinking. Wrap it up in tin foil, shove it under the hood.
What?
No, instead what we get is in the air fryer, in a pan on the stovetop, in the oven, on the grill. A lot of times I reheat stuff that way anyway because I'm not that big a fan of the microwave making things mushy or, a lot of times if you are like trying to reheat a piece of chicken or something, it'll turn rubbery if you don't catch it
Yeah,
just in
it gets
time.
chewy.
Yeah. You got to be so careful with it. So many's the time I'll be like toaster oven or air fryer is better off. You're going to have a better time.
So she
with
comes
that.
up with an article of the obvious. It just sounds
Yes.
like to me that she was
Yeah.
expected to turn in an article and didn't have anything else to write about.
That's what it sounds like. It is an article of the obvious. That's exactly what it is. I mean, you hear different ways to reheat your food. You're like, all right, break out the iron. Let's see how this works. Nope. No good. Okay, these designer popcorn buckets have gone a little too far.
We heard about the Michael Jackson hat.
I like the Michael Jackson hat.
do
I
too.
love the
It
Michael
looked kinda
Jackson.
cool.
It sounds really interesting.
But I just wonder how many people behind the counter that are serving the popcorn have had that thing on their head.
There's a
they put your-
Mandalorian one, right? That's got
Right.
like a Mandalorian helmet.
Yeah,
So,
there's
right.
one coming out. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
We saw the Now You See Me, Now You Don't, where like you can make the popcorn disappear.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of a little trick built
That's a
into
neat
your
trick, yeah.
popcorn bucket. Kind of cool. I think there was a Jurassic Park one that involved a dinosaur. Now they're coming out with a new Shrek. What is it, Shrek 5? Can we stop now? Is this too much?
Nah, it's great for the kids.
It's actually the 25th anniversary of Shrek, the movie that made the world fall in love with the charming green ogre. And the theater chain is releasing a specialty popcorn bucket, the theater chain AMC. One of the first times you see Shrek on film, he is coming out of what? An outhouse. And that is what they decided to use
For
for the
the
popcorn.
Went with the
popcorn.
outhouse.
Yes.
Okay.
It's very funny.
They have filled an outhouse
Outhouse.
box with popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
No idea how
It's
much
kinda
you
funny.
have to pay for this.
Yeah.
Don't know that I want to.
I would
So
say
just-
probably
just
at
to
least $5 above and beyond the largest popcorn that they have on the menu.
To describe it, there's a front door, of course, that opens up,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess you shut that.
Got the
But-
half moon on it. That's
yeah,
classic.
the half moon, and then the top of the outhouse has a top as well that
Mhm.
kind of folds over.
Yeah.
So you close the outhouse door and I guess fill it up. And once you're done, you can.
Does the
close the
Shrek
lid.
figurine come with it? Is my question.
You obviously need that. You should get it
Should get it. I would agree.
because otherwise it looks funny. You've got an outhouse. You're just holding an outhouse with popcorn in it. You're like, well, this is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Hey.
the idea of popcorn inside an outhouse isn't weird on its surface.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense with a movie, but I mean, if you were not near the theater and you
Uh-huh.
were holding this outhouse,
Why would
with
you be not
popcorn in
near
it,
the? If,
I don't know. You left the theater.
Yeah.
Let's just give it. We're leaving the
Sure,
theater. We're
yeah.
down the street. We got to run to that CVS down there.
A lot
to pick
of
up some-
times
there I
I
am with an outhouse with popcorn
just
in
like
Are
to
you
go.
taking it in there with you?
You know.
it. I don't know. I might. I'm still hungry.
I can buy popcorn a lot of places, but you can't pay $24 for it just anywhere. You got to go to the AMC theater to overpay for your popcorn. Then head down to the CVS. I'm
And
ready
get the
to go.
refill.
I
Right.
like it. 9:47 with Dixon and Vining. We've got your texts and the Dixon and Vining question of the day coming your way next. 9:53. Make it 9:54. Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, Talk 99.5.com. Don't forget about our big 10th anniversary Jawbone Jam coming up on the 15th of this month. It is only 2 weeks from tomorrow. Thanks to Danny Knowles and the Knowles Group for making that happen for us. It's Iron City, IronCityBHam.com to buy some tickets. We're talking about Brother Kane, Stone Horses, group called Cattle.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be great.
Got some T-shirts that we right now are working on. I mean, this is a very, very different shirt for us because it's our 10-year anniversary Jawbone Jam. So you're going to want to grab these up, and the only way you're probably going to be able to do that is if you're with us the night of the Jawbone Jam.
See, be a part of it. Come on, buy some tickets. Buy them. Go.
Ticketmaster. Get there. Ticketmaster.
Yep. Ticketmaster, IronCityBHam.com.
Friday night, too.
Roger says, how about a dedication to all the politicians out there? Don't bring me down. See, this is what happens, Steve. When you play a request, people start getting into
I didn't
the
like
whole...
that request, so I played loser.
John says, where bumpers are concerned, do you have any Megadeth? This is what happens.
See, you started it.
Don't be giving in.
Don't oblige people.
That's right. The whims of the listener. Drew says nowadays people just use crypto casinos to get around all that. He's talking about, I think, the gambling thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Bob from Odenville sends this note over. I just read The Gales of November by John Bacon about the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Great book. I'll be happy to give you the book to read. Since you're from up that way, would love to hear your comments on what you remember about it when it happened. Regards, Bob in Odenville. I'll be happy to take your book, Bob. I was in 7th grade when it happened, so my memories are not that strong.
Remember.
Yeah. Patrick says, I do most of my cooking outside, and I haven't owned a microwave in 20 years. The Pyrex-covered dishes and the Speckleware hen roasters are great for reheating stuff on the grill. What are you, caveman, Patrick? I mean,
sure. I mean, you got options there.
Okay. Whatever. Nick says, Valerie thinks too much. Don't you know you're supposed to just sit there and look pretty? Come on.
Did you see
Don't
what I sent him?
Yeah, it looks good. I like it.
Blonde-haired girl doing
making
her face, and I'm like,
You need stop thinking
whatever,
so much.
Nick.
Stop thinking so much, Valerie. Don't you know you're not supposed to think so much? Guys don't like women who think a lot. And now this.
Dixon and Vining's question of the day.
What's a great song that has 3 chords or fewer? 3 chords or fewer, Steve?
Fewer? I don't know. The first one that I kind of thought of, Johnny Cash, Ring of Fire.
That was mine. Sorry. Keep going. That's what I had.
Love is a burn.
That's the same.
A fiery ring. All right, so that was yours?
That was it. That was the one I
Everybody's got
put
the
down.
same one?
Yeah, sorry.
Really?
Well,
That
see,
was-
now she doesn't have to think.
Right.
It's good.
Steve, he did all the thinking for me.
That's
How do you
good.
like that, Nick?
You probably like
Take
it.
that, Nick.
You like it better when
Huh?
men do your
What do you
thinking
think
for you,
about
don't you?
that?
I see how things are.
What about you, Richard?
I am going with Chris Stapleton. Tennessee Whiskey has 2 chords. 2 chords.
Guess I didn't realize that.
Go back and
Me
listen to
neither.
it again and realize, I don't think I realized it either.
I could have sworn it was many more chords than that until I learned it, and I was like, holy cow, this is 2 chords.
Wow. All right.
That's a great song, too. Tim says Coconut, Harry Nilsson, 1 chord. True.
Which song?
Wait,
Wait, what song?
Coconut.
Coconut, yeah.
It's 1 chord. I've played that song on stage before. Chain, also 1 chord. Frank Ranelli says so. That he wouldn't lie about that. Lloyd says, certainly nothing by Steely Dan. Peg has like 27 different chords. Yes, it does. Johnny says, everything I play has only 3 chords when I play it. Doug says, as long as you toss in the truth, 3 chords go a long way. As Merle Haggard, 3 chords in the truth, huh? Janice, don't make it so complicated. Are you out of ideas? Boy Named Sue by Johnny Cash.
A lot of Johnny Cash could qualify for this.
Wild Thing, that's true. Bad
That's
Moon
true.
Rising.
I hate this blanking song.
Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. Eleanor Rigby. Eleanor Rigby only has 3 songs? Probably.
Mike, yeah.
Oh, look at all
There's a couple of
the
Beatles songs that I
lonely-
think that would qualify in this category.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing later Beatles, but
Alan Barlow, who knows about these things, says, hey, everyone, there's a lot of people that already mentioned this song. Sweet Home Alabama has 4 chords. F on the Boo 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 or Roll Tide Roll, whichever way you like to sing it. Jane's Addiction is what Alan is suggesting. Dead Skunk in the Middle of the Road. Horse with No Name America. That is one chord, I believe, one or two chords. Keith says, What I Got, Sublime, uses only two chords, D and G. Violent Femmes, Blister in the Sun.
Really?
I like
I didn't
that.
notice that.
Let me go on. This one surprises me. Seven Spanish Angels. One of my favorite songs. Willie Nelson, whose birthday is today, and Ray Charles, who's no longer with us. Breakdown by Tom Petty. Tom Petty has a ton of three-chord songs.
Sure.
Tom Petty was just not interested in doing big, complex stuff, and I love that. Wild Thing by the Troggs, LaGrange, ZZ Top. Stuart says, what's a chord?
It's that thing that you use to plug into the wall to power things up.
Jamie Walker says, Wipeout. La Bamba, of course. Born on the Bayou by CCR. Ring of Fire. Every Rose Has Its Thorn. Horrible song. I Will Follow by U2. Sounds about right to me. Gloria. Oh, yes. Waiting for that one. Gloria. Them. Beautiful. That's it for us. We are out of here. Back tomorrow morning, dark and early, 6 a.m. Skippy comes your way next. Dixon of Vining Talk 99.5.
Bye-bye.
Now.